All right.
Okay.
The one thing, okay, I'm not gonna worry about the background because we can actually kind of fix that later.
Yeah, she knows how to fix that shit.
Okay, great. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so here we go. We're gonna start over.
Okay.
All right. And, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Whitaker, and welcome to the All About Clout podcast. I am joined by my lovely co-host Charity Powell, and we are about to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and give a brief introduction about myself, and after I get done, Charity is going to do the same. My name is Chris Whitaker, also known as Chris with the K. I have been in radio and entertainment. I've worked for a movie, television, and production company. I've always, since I was 19 years old, well, actually 18, since I was 18 years old, been in entertainment in some form or another. And I just really enjoy helping people to have a good time in whatever form
Yeah,
it
yeah,
takes.
yeah. I think that's part of our connection is fun. We're fun people. We like to have fun. We like to laugh, and we like to engage in very good, juicy conversation about all types of things. And that's what this podcast is going to be about. My name is Charity Powell. I work with Mr. Christopher here. It was his idea because we get so involved in our when we get together, we just flow. We just get in it, and we thought it was something that been a good idea to bring to you guys. So here we are, Chris.
All right, yeah, so we're here, and we have been going back and forth trying to figure out what should be the first topic
Yeah, yeah.
for this podcast, and we
Of
settled,
many.
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that, of many.
of many. We settled on relationships, and I
Absolutely.
think the reason why we settled on relationships is because it is completely relatable to everyone.
Sure, sure.
Everyone has a relationship or had a relationship
A
or wants a
situationship.
relationship, a
Won't
situationship.
say so, yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
whatever,
And how you put it, like the traditional way of things,
yeah,
the
because
non-traditional.
that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
what we kind of figured is that we could start off talking about uh, traditional and non-traditional
Yeah, yeah.
relationships. Now, and we actually said something. You said something really interesting a few minutes ago. How marriage has become the traditional relationship,
Right.
and
The goal,
other,
the ultimate goal, right?
yeah, the
But
ultimate goal.
ours is one man, one woman, right? That's the traditional
That is the
as a whole.
traditional.
I guess that's what
Yeah,
people think. Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the traditional relationship. Now, the non-traditional relationships would be, say, for instance, like same sex relationships,
Polyamorous,
polyamorous,
multiple wives.
multiple
Yeah,
wives.
yeah.
All of these relationships have become the non-traditional
But
relationships.
are they?
But are they?
That's the discussion, I guess. I'm looking
That
at. Yeah,
that's
that's the golden. That's it.
yeah, because
That's the number one
and you said
question.
this a few minutes before we actually started, is that polyamorous or having multiple wives
Yeah, yeah.
used to be what was
The
traditional.
norm. Yeah,
That
yeah.
that was the
The norm.
traditional
Yeah. Traditional
relationship.
life. Yeah.
And then once kind of the Western civilization,
Yeah, yeah,
Judeo-Christian
yeah,
thing popped off,
yeah.
what became
Everything else was wrong.
yeah, what
And
became a
what came?
traditional
Yep.
relationship is marriage between a man and a
And a
woman.
woman. That was
All right,
it. There was no
and yeah, there
no
was
gray area there.
no gray area.
Gotcha.
So now the other, the polyamorous, the multiple wives, the same sex, those are the non traditional
That's right. Yeah,
relationships.
yeah.
But guess
But
what?
how do you feel, Christopher, about that?
Well,
Would you be in majority of those? Do you think one man, one woman is?
I,
And I know it's
I,
hard to even put that there
you
because
know
you are
what?
one way. We're all one way with some people,
With me,
but
I don't care personally what type of relationship you have.
no.
If you have, if
You would you
with,
be in a polyamorous?
uh,
Would you be have multiple wives as you could?
I would say, yep.
I can see that.
I would say
I'm
yes.
glad you said it was true because I believe that
I
to be
would say
true.
yes, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you why.
I know you.
Because I vibe with people the
Yeah,
way I
you do.
vibe with people,
You do.
and I might vibe with someone else
You
a
do.
little bit different.
Yeah, yeah.
But that doesn't change how I vibe with that
Because
person.
three people can actually be attracted to each other, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
I mean,
You can
listen,
love. You can love more than one person,
you can
right?
love
You can
more than
be
one
in love
person.
with one person.
Yeah.
More than one person.
You know, I like that word throuple. I just like it.
They do.
It sounds good
Trouble.
saying it.
I know. When it came out, I remember when it came out. I was watching a program and they said it, and it's just like made so much sense. And at the same time, I don't want to be in a throuple. Have I
You,
sexually wise? Perhaps, but
you just don't want to tell, right? You don't kiss
I
and
said
tell.
perhaps. You don't have to know everything. Let your mind run free on that. But I'm no prude. I just don't. I traditionally think it is a relationship, a commitment is between, uh, for me, one person and another person, no matter what sex you are.
Okay, and I get that.
Yeah, yeah. But do I understand that and accept someone like you or that would or is or will or willing to be in a polyamorous relationship or multiple wives? Yeah, why not? It makes life so much interesting. Who cares
I,
what they do isn't bothering me? They're not bothering me.
I think that because there has been so much pressure from society, from religion, from all of these
Right, right.
outside forces for people to be in that one man, one woman relationship, that it's just again,
They're
it's become the
It's bullying. It's a form of bullying.
to to a very great extent.
Cultish.
Yes, yes. But here's the thing: a lot of people aren't necessarily really made or cut like that. You know what I mean?
But
A lot
that's
of people
that's
are
what
open.
that's how we turned it. We turned it into this is how it's going to be in this year. We're going to change it, and then as time goes on, as generation goes on, that's all they know. So the generations like us and or even our parents or and back like now, you teach these things, but look what they're doing. They're undoing what we have done and going back to what they was traditionally done all those years in other countries. Like,
You're right about that, and I am personally I think it's a good thing
yeah, yeah,
because
I do too.
I think that people should be able to be in whatever
Ever,
type of
thank you.
relationship
That's it.
works for them
That's
and
it.
who they're in the relationship
That's
with.
it.
So whether it's one
We have free
person,
will,
whether
guys.
it's two person, three,
Let's just accept
whatever.
each other.
There we go. Can we
Yeah,
get to that point?
that's it.
Let's do
And
that.
that's one of the reasons why we wanted this so badly. We want to unify us and realize that, believe it or not, it's not much difference at all. No matter how you live your life, as long as you're good, all good people stick together. Who cares who they love, who they marry, how many? Like what? Why are we concentrating on that? Or their color of their skin? Why are we concentrating on that so bad, Chris? And why has that dominated our whole entire lives for years and years and years?
Well, the reason why that has happened is because um, people in power wanted
Power,
a way to
greed.
control,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
manipulate the masses.
Sure, yeah,
Keep the people distracted as
yeah,
well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because the thing about it is, if I can tell you how to live, how to what type of relationship to have, or if I can,
isn't that a lot of pressure though?
that is a lot of pressure
because we can't even hardly like handle our shit. So
yeah, listen, people that are like power hungry and megalomaniacs and all that who want to control the
aren't they
lives.
kind of hiding behind the mask and ignoring what they got going on?
Exactly, because I have a hard enough time worrying about myself.
I know that's right. Look, where your keys at today?
Where my keys at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this gonna be a thing now, Charity?
No. Well, my thing is gas. Yeah. Honey, if I got 13 miles, I'm trying to make it to work, okay? I will not stop.
Right, right,
So
right. Like, so like, who car we take? Well, we can take
you
yours. I
take
ain't
you
got no
take your gas. I ain't got no gas. I only put
gas.
$5 in it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Look, I
yeah,
got enough to go home tonight and to work in the
and
morning.
that's really all the gas she
So
wants right
so
now.
he,
That's
he
all.
loses
That's
his
that's
keys and
wait, wait.
cigarettes, and I lose gas. I don't put no gas in my car. Yeah, I
There we
won't
go.
I won't stop. It won't stop. But it's been on zero probably every other day.
There we go. All
Even if
right.
I have the money.
All right. There we go.
That's a flaw. Okay.
There we go. But again, here it is. Everybody wants to be in a relationship
Yeah, we
of
do.
some form or another.
Even if it's toxic.
Even if it's toxic. Okay, can we get? Do
What
you want to get?
definition of toxic?
Do you want to get? Do you want to
Yes.
get?
We're talking about
Let's go right
relationships.
ahead.
Let's do it.
We're not going to name names, but
Ever.
but I.
Unless it's about ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I have been in toxic relationships.
Yeah, yeah.
And what it taught me was how I didn't want to be treated.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, and
like,
that's
this don't feel good.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I can remember.
Yeah, you even didn't even recognize yourself. I'm sure.
Yes,
at times.
because
Okay.
that was the thing.
Yeah,
That to me that was the straw that broke the camel's back. When you begin when you begin to look in the mirror and you don't see yourself, that's when
your
that's
mannerisms are gone. Your
there
way
you
you
go.
speak
If
is
you
gone.
if
The way you
you
look through your eyes is gone. All of that.
Yeah, and the other thing that I found is that typically when you're in a toxic relationship, the other person in that relationship is normally trying to shape or mold you, not into or not. They're not trying to help you be the best version of yourself. They're trying to mold and shape you into the version of you that they want.
And then they still don't like you.
There you go.
Y'all have to understand that. They want to change everything about you, and they still don't like you. If they could, or even if you did, even if you tried, they will never like you. They don't accept you for the beginning or with their mode.
And it's weird because if you didn't like, because what attracted you, what was the initial attraction? So now
becomes the very thing you hate.
But that boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, and we all been in those type of relationships or situationships. Because I've been in great relationships where somebody didn't like something that I do, so like damn, I just want to like hit you in the face because you did that. I'm just using that for example, but it just makes you cringe like every time somebody do that you love, and if you speak on it, that it takes a toll on that person, and so you have to love someone through those types of flaws because they have all these other things that you like, but they have that one thing that makes you cringe.
Yeah, and that's that what.
And you can't say nothing all the time because that would be awful.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah,
but there's that like 90-10 rule.
Yeah.
You can in a relationship, marriage, whatever shape it takes. You can like and enjoy 90% of a person.
Yeah.
But then you're still
that 10%.
The 10% is what you're gonna break up with them about. Ain't that
or fight over and over again. Yeah, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
You getting 95% of what you want.
95, but 5%.
But it's that 5% that's gonna just irk you.
Is it about control? Is it about you trying to? Do they really believe that they're bettering or trying to better you or? Not so like I ain't letting you go out. You know how people like I ain't let you go out like that.
I ain't gonna let you go out like that.
You know what I'm saying? So is it a way that you can say it?
I don't know.
And people maybe even give it because what if you didn't never think about it?
We know what I think it is from our. Well, I'm not saying our because I want to put this on an individual level. A person, like I said, can really be like, oh yeah, I'm into this person. I love them.
Check every box.
They're checking all of the boxes. But it's that one box that doesn't get checked. That might be what you end up breaking up with that person about.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Or just cringing.
Yeah, because you're getting the majority of what you want, the overwhelming majority.
So does it really matter? Why is it that we would concentrate on that thing? Why would we?
I don't know.
Why do money break up people?
Oh,
that's just one thing. everything else great,
Yeah,
but that money
man.
situation.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that money up. Good Lord.
Woo!
Um,
And
that,
and why are
but,
we fighting over money,
bec-
like we do?
because somebody isn't satisfied with the life that they're living, and that could be for whatever reason.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that money thing, if a person feels like, okay, we're not, we don't, we don't make enough, we don't
yeah,
have enough
yeah,
stuff, we're
yeah.
not, you know,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we're not, we're
Got
not
too much stuff.
yeah, we're not keeping up with the Joneses,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
When I was
is
at
that
work today,
okay?
and a
Speak
couple,
on it.
the man said while I was boxing up their food and stuff, and he goes, um, "I need you to stop shopping." To his
I need,
wife.
that's what he said to the wife.
I need you to stop shopping.
We
I
need to
thought
be
we were going to slow
shopping.
down. She said, I have.
Wow.
She's like, have you not noticed? And I only used one card. And I was over there cracking up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and I was listening to what she said, and she had a good point. He had a good point. I think he was a little too cheap and too controlling when it came to that because he didn't look at how much she's grown and how little that compared to in the past, I guess, the recent past, that she how much she's changed when it came to that. But she said that our daughter so and so was in. She needed this, I needed that, so we went and got those things we needed. Use one card, it's no big deal. Get over it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's since we're talking about relationships,
Yeah, yeah,
and so we have to kind of get into how the traditional, here we go again using the
yeah,
traditional,
yeah,
non-traditional,
yeah.
whatever, how the traditional role as man, as the provider, protector,
So what?
comes in
That's
place.
another traditional. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
non-traditional because it ain't always the traditional thing anymore. Men don't think that way anymore.
I mean, no, I think
Some, yeah, I'm
some,
not putting everybody in a box ever.
yeah.
But what about the women who are and rather go out and make the money, or is making the majority of the money and is okay with it? I see
Listen.
nothing wrong with it.
If there's a woman out
Whatever
there
works.
that makes more money than me and wants to,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
wants to supplement my
and
lifestyle or
should,
pay for it,
yeah, I'm thinking.
I would be totally good with that.
But
So
you know how many men that would be totally good and they looked at it like you're or the Mister plus her name, her last
yeah,
name,
well,
and they insecure about that.
well, if I were to ever be just,
It'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'd be
But you're
Mr.
coming up together.
I would be Mr. Winfrey.
You can still have the value in you being a man, right? And I know you
Absolutely.
could. Why do men? Do you know why would men feel that way and
I
don't improve themselves
well, okay. Uh,
in the process? So what do they want out of that?
I think a man that kind of thinks like that has probably uh, been a provider and been a protector or whatever how you want to put that.
And it gives
And,
some
and
value to their
yeah, but when they're not in that role, then because their I believe their identities are kind of tied up
really,
in
yeah,
in
yeah.
those roles.
So they're not completely.
And if they don't get that, then they don't.
They're not completely intact or as one with this woman because together it's just one number, right?
Yep, yep, yeah. Come on now, talk to me, talk to me.
You know, because okay, let's take polyamorous relationships, or not just polyamorous. Let me scratch that. Multiple wives. I noticed that even the show, the Cody and his wives, and I think he has four now, right? Three. I think it's four.
Yeah, three or four.
But all of them have great jobs.
Listen.
Doctors, right? Right? They make the majority of the money, right?
Yeah.
And he can't support them solely by himself. But every last one of them, I think, made more than him.
Which is, to me, that's
It's
a beautiful
genius.
thing.
It's genius, actually. But they're good. They're content. Not just that. I mean, all four of them are not laying in the bed with him every night. So there's times where somebody's gonna, three of them gonna be alone, right?
Exactly.
As this rotation happens. So what do you have to do but to put your life into your career, into your family, and and into this life that you choose, right?
Yes.
And if you have more women, why wouldn't they make more money? Why is that so wrong?
I don't think it's wrong at all. I
Yeah,
mean,
but he gets a lot of, that the people hate him over that. I thought
and
it was genius.
and check this out. Why are they
So
so upset
concerned.
about
Why are they
somebody
so
else's
concerned?
stuff?
And why
I,
is it
I don't get that. Uh,
over all these little things, but all these heavy things we don't want to address?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
we throughout the course of this podcast, all about cloud, we
yeah,
are
yeah.
going to go there.
Oh,
We're
we're
going to
gonna
talk
go
about.
there.
We are going to
Woo!
talk
Stay tuned,
about
y'all.
all
Ooh, it's gonna
types
get
of topics,
juicy.
and as Charity likes to say, nothing is off limits.
Nothing is off limits. We're gonna talk about it
Wait,
all.
why is that not the tagline?
It is the tagline.
That's one of them anyway.
Yeah, it's one of them.
It's
The
one.
other
One.
one, we try to be really positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything that we speak of, because we're positive people, we live our lives that way. Chris is just a bright star, and y'all would see that. He will. He's a lot of fun. He no judgment, so comfortable. Anybody can be comfortable around him. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, and I think that we both got that type of energy.
Yeah, I try to
Yeah,
meet people
yeah,
where they
yeah.
are.
Where they
You know,
are, we do. We say
and
that
where
a
and
lot.
where
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and where you are is
What
fine
you say?
with me.
If they like it,
If they
we
like it, I
we
love
love
it.
it. Hey, hey, that
If they
sums
like
it
it, I
up.
love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's that.
Is that
But here's the other thing. I, from a relationship standpoint, it's like I don't get. Well, I don't get how people get so upset
about
about
how
other
somebody?
people's relationship.
I
I
don't
have
either.
I have a hard enough time
Keep it up with your
keeping
own.
up with my stuff. I
No
do. I literally
stuff and
have.
people.
Thank you. I literally have no time to worry about what the hell somebody else got going on. That's
Sometimes
just
I
what
don't
it
have
is.
time to worry about what my significant other is doing or got going on. Okay, and that goes back to I'm gonna use my sister. I hope that's okay. And her husband, nothing bad, but they really live their lives, and I believe my wife and I did that as well. But they got it down pat. They go to work every morning and Monday through Friday, and come home. They come home different times, and I can say sometimes, "Well, where's your husband?" And she goes, "Oh
Hey,
no."
hey, and
Because
that's
eventually he'll call, maybe see if she's eating,
mm-hmm.
or he's going here to eat. He don't even say, um, have you cooked? And I'm going to go here to eat. Do you want some? Or have you eaten kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, man. And that's how they touch base. And sometimes they might not even touch base at all because I come home and I go, where Brandy? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yes, good
Where is
question.
she?
But they always knew that each other were safe.
And then,
And
yeah.
they were doing what made them happy or what they felt like they needed to do because
Wow.
they're individuals. I have never heard them raise their voice, and I just think living that life, that's the way it should be. As if you're living alone, but with somebody else, you're sharing
Mm-hmm.
your life with them. They're not your life, are they?
No, I think that thing that and whoever came up with it or however
Or
it,
ask? Can I? I
or
have to ask my husband. What do you
yeah,
think about
I
that?
mean when I
I have
don't
to
know
ask my
whoever
wife.
came up with that thing about
That
your
possession.
that possessive
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that
Whew.
jealousy thing,
Terrible.
that whole thing about
Terrible. And it's a
this
healthy
person,
way you can be jealous,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, there's a healthy jealousy,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
But the thing about when like I am just this person is my world. This
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's from a context of okay, this is the person that I want to spend the most time with.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
person that
Of course.
I want to
That's
be
why.
with or
This is my
whatever.
person.
This is the person I want to share
Yeah,
my life with.
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah,
Tell by secrets too.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
And
it's
if
fine.
you guys come to
That's part of being in a committed
yeah,
relationship, right?
and if you guys come to an agreement, to an understanding, that is wonderful. I am happy for anybody that can get along with another individual for any amount of time.
But have you seen those type of relationships really work?
I mean,
That possession, that
no,
badly being jealous or controlling, or um, like say for instance, I come home and why ain't the house clean? First of all, is that a fair question
mhm.
for somebody when there's two people in a relationship? Can another adult ask the other adult that, but not take no responsibility at all? Is that fair? And is
I
people
don't.
happy with that?
I
Like,
don't think it
are they
is.
settling?
I think people are settling, but here we go. If because we have to go back to the traditional, non-traditional relationships. We have to go back to the traditional roles that
Mm.
men and
But see,
women
they
have
see,
played.
so they
But
want it both
but
ways. That don't
yeah.
make whatever they want is how it's supposed to be as long as it's one man and one woman.
Yeah,
That's what I hear. That's what I see.
but okay, here we go. Are we going to live our lives according to what society wants? What your
Isn't that majority?
The majority of people do. Yes.
Because I hear people all the time. I talk to people in relationships that are not even married. They don't even. They got children with other people. Had been in relationships. And I go, what would you do if so and so cheated on you? And I mean, almost every woman say, I'll leave immediately. May not be true, but that's the way they're thinking. Not forgiveness, not
Let's see if we can
you
work
know,
it out.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's nothing in their head because they think we're trained to thinking it's supposed to be one man, one woman, and we both the same. You thinking the same way I'm thinking,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
that's not true.
And I think I want to kind of get into how, and in other situations, we've had this conversation about how men can have sex and it not equate to love, where
Oh,
women,
totally.
yeah, where
Most
women,
women,
where
yeah, yeah,
most
yeah.
women,
Well, that's how they're make
yeah,
their
yeah,
makeup.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
women are more inclined to equate sex with love.
Love, they do.
They kind of want them to go together.
And even if they had sex with someone they don't love, they would never have sex with somebody they're not connected to. Normally,
yeah,
they can grow to love you really
yeah.
easily, especially if they already had sex with you, because we do. It's emotional, right?
Yeah, that emotional
Yeah.
component.
Yeah,
Okay,
because you can have sex with men can have sex without emotion.
absolutely.
It's just sex. Literally,
it's just for men. It's just
I
sex.
just wish people get it. I wish women get it.
Because
But it's true.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Because the thing about it is, that is the reason why men get so mad when they
Oh yeah,
when
we did.
when
Yeah,
they're
we did
when the
talk
woman
about
they're
that.
with have sex
With
with the
somebody else
man,
because it's emotional.
because men know that she wouldn't have gave him none
Yeah,
if she
and
was
she didn't
not
like him.
emotionally
Yeah,
connected
attached.
with him
Yeah,
on some level.
yeah, that
You know what I'm saying?
chemistry, that
That's
vibration,
that
that
oh
yeah.
we be mad
You
man.
giving
We mad man.
my stuff that
Cause
I've been with for all these years. You're
yeah.
not even looking at yourself no more. Fuck what I've done.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly.
You have emotional attachment.
Yes.
And that's what's gonna break us. That's what broke me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that double standards, or is that just what? No, wait. Or if that's just the makeup of women and man, and can that be it worked out? Which we know it has been. And I'm not saying all men cheat, but isn't a certain thing that y'all have to get out of your system because of how y'all see things and how y'all feel things? You're totally different than us. We could be monogamous from the time we get in our first relationship in high school to the day we die, if we die at 100 years old, and even be faithful.
Yeah, women are. They just can't.
They just
can't.
can't. That's our makeup, right?
That's your makeup. Yeah, yeah. And again, we're making just kind of general blanket statements here. We're not talking about every woman. Yeah,
no. Nothing is putting anybody in a box.
We're not talking about every woman. We're not talking about every
just
man.
Those
we're not talking about
relationships.
every situation.
Yeah.
But here we go. A man, if you leave us to our own devices, we are not super complicated.
Yeah.
We are.
That's true. That's true.
We want to eat.
That's right. Feel appreciated.
Feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Have some sex maybe about 4 times a week.
If not every day. I know men that want sex every night because it don't have to be this long session, right?
Yeah, no, it don't have to be.
It can be a little quickie, a little love making, a little hold, and turn over and go to sleep, or a whole spoon, whatever you like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. That connection.
Listen,
yeah.
Men, just like the study shows, we think about sex all the time.
No matter how old you are.
No matter
if you need that supplement to help you get there, right?
They still
correct. Think about
we still think about it all the time.
That's where the Uncle Toms and People Toms come from. Remember that?
Now, once we learn that, hey, you ain't gonna get it all that you wanted because that could never happen.
I don't know. What if women use, and I know plenty of them that do sex as punishment or
Well, I mean,
like,
okay,
but doesn't that also, when you choose to be faithful, you choose to be in this relationship, and then you do this, piss them off, whatever it is, you make a mistake, you went left when she thought you were supposed to go right. They use sex as a punishment, or they withdraw themselves emotionally to you. Isn't that part of them pushing you away and making you kind of stray?
I think that it when a woman withholds for whatever reason,
Yeah, and is that fair?
it's not fair, and most of the time, it doesn't really work.
It does not work. It actually makes things worse.
It makes things worse,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm gonna tell
agree.
you why.
I agree.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because mess around, keep on
Mess around.
withholding for me. All right.
What does it say? Fucked around, found out.
That's what the intersection is.
Yeah.
Fuck around, find
Yeah.
out. Because one thing about it is that uh, a man is going to satisfy his needs.
Mhm.
He's going to do it one way or another. Now, if that's your
Yeah.
significant other and you want to be with that person and
Yeah.
you want to keep that person,
Yeah.
you might want to check with him, check in with him,
And that's
see
true.
if you're okay.
Or like when y'all feel like
because
you're not
sometimes
connected anymore, isn't that a part of you using it the wrong way?
yes,
So I'm gonna bring you into me, right? Because
There
I
you
don't
go.
want to be done with you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we
There
want
you go.
this. So I may be mad at you, but I'm gonna bring you into me to get that connection back, right?
Listen, I know how I am.
Uh huh. Not just
Oh,
you.
yeah. And it's not just me. But
Absolutely
okay,
not. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna catch so much flack
Well,
about
no,
this.
you've been honest.
Well,
You're teaching people about men. A lot of men.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of their relationships.
Yeah.
You're teaching them some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like it when my significant other is mad at me,
Ah,
and I'm gonna
so
tell you why.
yeah.
Okay. So, cause now she got a choice.
Yeah.
Now you can be nice and bring me back in.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can keep acting a fool.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna make me do. Act a bigger fool
Yeah.
than you.
And it's not even about revenge per
No,
se.
and it's not about
Because
revenge.
you don't come home and be like, yeah, I just fucked another girl most of the time. You know.
I'm
You're still gonna cover it up.
Yeah. I just feel like if you mad at me,
Yeah.
and then you
Pushing
don't want
me
to do,
away.
and you don't want to do something to resolve the situation,
Yeah.
but you
to help your marriage,
or to help the situation.
Yeah, yeah.
You choose to just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Well, fuck you. They go to the streets. I love the streets.
Yeah.
I get out there. Them.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
That's right.
Now,
Look, find your youth again a little bit. Yeah.
Listen.
And you're a networker too. And
if you want me to act right, you better act right.
There you go. So that comes with grudges. Let's go to the relationships and holding grudges. How can how do you hold grudges to someone you say you love so much?
Yeah, you can't do that.
And why do so many people do that? Because first of all, it wouldn't make me feel good to do it, and to be done that way, it really wouldn't make me feel good. And usually always go the opposite. It's just so much hurt, or it doesn't work.
And it doesn't work.
But people still do it. So many people still do it.
So many people still do it because I think it really comes down to hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, that's true.
We know that
absolutely 100.
And the other thing is that I think a lot of people don't necessarily want to. There's a lot of ego involved. They don't want to be the person that caved in.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
They don't want
to apologize.
They don't
want to be the first to apologize, which I don't care. I learned a long time ago. That's the good. I'm so sorry.
It's like
it goes a long way.
Wait, it's like that Anita Baker meme. The last woman to ever apologize. You know what I'm saying? So that's
and you also are single and 60 years old.
Yeah, I mean.
But that's crazy to me because it ain't about ownership of something if you don't see it. Like, we do have to take some kind of ownership, even if you don't say it, but you do have to validate how you made someone feel.
Absolutely, because I just know if something went wrong in the relationship,
Yeah.
More often than not, it was probably me.
And see, that's you, and that's not even fair to even feel
Yeah,
that way.
I know,
But you're trying to meet them, not
I,
halfway, but
I
you're
like
trying to meet
I
them
like
all the way.
I like to try to
You,
take ownership.
yeah, you trying to take ownership and their ownership. Let's get back to normal. And even though, like you said, you like them kind of mad because you get to go out there and do your thing,
Yeah,
but in the reality, you want to groove you with your significant other. You want to get along. You want to enjoy each other.
in
Yeah.
in the immortal words of that great Negro poet, Lauren Hill, it could all be so
That's
simple,
your girl.
but
That's
we
your
rather
yeah.
make it hard. That is,
We
listen,
rather
that
make
we
it
do that.
hard.
We do that. Listen,
Like life ain't already hard.
I know, right? Like,
Ah, I don't understand people now. I'm
see,
more confused now. Are y'all?
well, no, no, no.
I'm
The,
just kidding.
the thing of it is that I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, you know, I hit you, you got to hit me back.
Yeah.
You know, they
Harder.
harder. You know, people are doing that tit for tat. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then they want to wonder why they're constantly in that cycle
Yeah.
of, you know, having trouble in their relationship.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it really just comes down to communication
Oh, absolutely.
and saying, hey, this is what's going on with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And
Because
then you tell me
that's
what's
so,
going on
but
with
that's
you.
so important. We can't be afraid to tell someone, your significant other, your best, who you call your best friend, the one you're sharing your life with, the one you're living with, the one that knows you sometimes more than yourself. And my wife knew me sometimes, like more than I knew myself, because we think we trigger somebody about something, and we're not. And if they asked you, they already know the answer. But why are we doing these things? We're grown. Let's communicate. Let's put it out on the table, right? And think about how better you would feel and how better they can understand.
Well, here it is. Um,
Why are we keeping these secrets as if we are going to get in trouble? What are we afraid of to do
well,
that?
one of the things that we're afraid of is confrontation.
Yeah, but don't
But
that
guess
bring
what?
confrontation?
Confrontation,
Goes
conflict.
either way.
You know,
Goes what?
but here's the thing. We're gonna eventually it's gonna happen anyway
And it's gonna be so much worse.
because when the rubber meets the
Yeah,
road,
yeah.
you know.
And the more you keep in, what happens when you keep these things in?
Yeah,
You explode, right?
yeah. And let me say this because I already know once this hits the internet, I'm gonna get some flack
Maybe
from
not.
somebody.
Maybe not.
Yeah, but
You'd be
I'm gonna
surprised
use
how
one
many
thing.
people
No,
really
no,
needed
I
this.
mean, there are a couple of people in particular I know I'm gonna get flack from.
Okay.
Not
You
gonna say
don't
no
have to
names.
But
say
you
no
ain't
Not,
gonna
names.
not
put
gonna say
this
no
out
names.
there.
You ain't
Yeah,
gotta say no
not gonna
names.
say no
Now
We
you
names.
know who
practice.
they
You're
are.
practicing.
Those people
This is
know who
practice.
they are, and I want to say this, what truth in advertising, as they say, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Disclaimer.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
make our,
There you go.
my disclaimer.
There you go.
The people that know, okay.
There you go.
I am not trying to, quote unquote, give relationship advice because my relationships definitely are
Well,
not perfect.
it's not even
And
about
so,
advice. What if
but
somebody can
I
get
think
something
we're just
out
what I want to say
of
is
what
we're
you
just
have to
having a
say?
conversation.
Yeah,
And if the and in the course of
it
having
can
this
help
conversation,
somebody.
it
Yeah.
happens to help somebody, or
Wonderful.
somebody happens to gain something from it. That's really the
But
goal of what we're doing.
isn't that a payoff? That's part of why
That
we
is
wanted to do this,
that,
right?
yes,
Because
that's the
that
payoff.
also bring us together about understanding men, understanding women, and women understanding men. No matter who you are, whatever label you put on yourself,
Mhm.
isn't that and bringing us kind of like in that equal ground
Well,
and understanding,
oh,
right?
yeah, yeah, because again, in any relationship,
Mhm.
whatever form that relationship takes,
Right.
you have to have a level of understanding. You have to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
level of
yeah.
trust, and if you want that relationship to be a committed relationship, those things have to be there on a pretty significant level
Yeah.
because you are not going to be able to sustain that
Absolutely not.
relationship if
Mhm.
No.
you do not
Listen,
have an
yeah, you mean
understanding.
that false truth. I don't like that false truth. Now you'll hear me speak about that all the time. because that is exactly what people are living a false truth.
Well, and here's the thing: if you are happy, you know, be happy.
Be happy.
You know what I
And
mean?
by
If
yourself,
by yourself, with
with
someone,
someone,
however,
have
yeah,
well, to, you can just go up from there if you're happy with yourself. Not that you're not going to be sad, right? That's
no,
part of it's part of like it's part of life. Everybody knows that. We all have those emotions, right? But can't we initially just be happy with ourselves? And if we're happy with ourselves, it opened up that's what attracts people initially. Beauty is the eyes of the beholder. Once you see somebody's light, and because you can't, a lot of pretty people know.
yeah,
I mean, we've
you,
seen
yeah.
it.
Listen, you
You
can be
don't keep them looks forever.
yeah, you can be pretty as you want to be
As you
on
want
the
to,
outside, but boy,
boy.
if on the inside you got a lot of stuff, a lot of
Yeah,
garbage, and you looking
yeah.
ugly on
Or
the
that's what you're
inside,
using too. You're just only using mainly your beauty, or that's what defines you, your outside beauty.
and you don't take the time to uh, develop.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you don't take
yeah,
the time to be more
yeah, yeah,
than the outer,
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because if we don't
What else?
accept,
What I mean? What if those looks fade? That
yeah,
beauty
they
fades.
not what
They go.
if they will
Oh, they
fade,
will. You know.
but fade in a sense of everybody might not think you as beautiful as you once was, but the main people who love you will. That doesn't change if they
no,
really love someone.
you have to be, or you have to bring something to the table other than looks or beauty,
Please do.
because looks and beauty fade. And but if you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
if you
It
want
doesn't
a
sustain a
relationship, if
relationship.
you want
Yeah.
it will not sustain a
No, it
relationship.
will not.
Someone has to want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
So
If you
if
don't
you're a
want to spend
person,
time with yourself, if you won't, like you said, do the inside work.
the shadow work, is that
Yeah,
what they're
yeah,
calling it
yeah. I
now? Yeah,
like that. Yeah, I like that. Let's
let's
do
use those
that.
terms right there.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, the thing about it is, number one, and you spoke on it just a second ago. You have to be comfortable within yourself. You have to be
yeah.
comfortable with your own skin.
Absolutely.
You have to like you.
Yeah,
You have to love you. You have to like
yeah, yeah,
being with you.
yeah.
And if you do that, then guess what? That is a
People are attracted to
people
that.
are going to be attracted to
And
you.
you're even
People are going
sometimes
to
even prettier.
because
Probably the prettiest when you wasn't just looking at you with the naked eye.
correct.
Now you go in, you thought nothing of this person, and now that you see that light shine, and
Oh
you got a
yeah.
little crush on them, and then
Yeah.
you can't wait to see them the next day, and
Yeah. Oh,
that happened, and
you
now
get the
they're the
little
most beautiful person
butterfly and
in
all
the
that kind of
world.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
ain't
Yeah.
that how that
Yes.
organic?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, when
And that's so sexy. I love that
oh
kind of
yeah,
love.
yeah,
I love
just
that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that and
That's the
you can
best.
and
Yeah.
you can kind of really you can tell it, you can see it,
Yeah, you
you know what I mean,
can. Yeah.
and
See
again,
people grow, and
and
that's sexy.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so attractive.
It is.
That
It is
is
attractive.
so
Yeah. If you're and
dare I
that's
say
yeah,
that
yeah.
that's so
And
sexy.
even and even people who have a little bit of problems, a little cray whatever, or mental illness or whatever, they're also attracted to those people. So you got people who are bright light, and you also got these dark people who are also attracted to these people.
Yeah,
Ain't that something?
yeah,
Though?
that is something. And I tell you, what I have found and what I've experienced is that a lot of people, for whatever reason, there has to be. I'm trying to say this right,
Okay.
so it doesn't sound crazy.
Sure, sure.
A lot of people aren't necessarily emotionally mature
Yeah,
as their age
yeah.
may indicate.
And
Because
that's
a lot
yeah,
of
and
people
that's also doing the work, right?
that's
Doing the
doing the
work,
work. If you do the work, you get there.
and you have to continue doing
But you
work
have
on
to,
yourself.
yeah, you got to, you
Just
have
like
to
a
continue.
house, just
Yeah,
like a car.
you have to continue to work
Yeah,
on
yeah,
yourself.
you do. You do.
I think you have to be committed to
Yeah,
being
yeah, and that's all the
the
things that you
better
want. Yeah,
version of
yeah.
yourself.
Same as
Um,
relationship, right?
exactly. And I'm glad I gave my disclaimer, but because we even if we know the rules, do we always follow them? No.
That is that human nature that we
Oh,
don't follow them. If you say don't do that, what do we want to do the most?
the
That.
thing you told us not to
That.
do, the thing we've been told not to
Like
do.
when COVID come about, you can't leave the house. Now I want to leave the house more than anything. I'm a homebody, okay? And now I want to leave the house more than anything.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, when you tell someone or take something away and tell them they can't do it, we
Ooh,
want to
we
do it the most,
want to do
right?
it the most.
It's like that not just temptation, but
Forbidden fruit.
yes, that's exactly
That's
it.
the word.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the yeah,
word.
that's the
That's
one.
it.
But
That's exactly what
but
I was looking
okay,
for.
here it is. It's like,
Why are we like that, guys?
I
Why?
don't
Why am I like this?
listen. And we got to kind of like hone in
Yeah,
and
yeah,
make it kind of fit with
yeah, yeah.
relationships, which is the topic today. Now, guess what? You know how you have to say, man, that person over there, that person over there. You know what? If you can get if you can get those crazies to match, oh man, you got
And you
yourself something
will.
there. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody is a little, you know what I mean.
But some
But
people like that
that's
excitement
okay. Isn't it
because
okay? Isn't it okay?
isn't that part of us enjoying life is loving the fact that we're all a little different. We are a lot of different. The differences in us supposed to bring us together, not pull us apart, right?
There you go.
Because we were all the same.
I'm so glad that you said that because I knew
Yeah.
that I throughout when I think about okay, we all have certain differences. Okay,
And I'm a curious person.
yeah, and so
I want to
a
know.
lot of those
That's
differences,
odd. Let me go over
a
here.
lot of those differences that we
Yeah, yeah,
have,
yeah, yeah.
they do seem to separate us when they should actually if we were able to appreciate the differences in other people,
I
wouldn't
think
the world be just a little better
it would
place?
not just a lot of better, and not just that, because I think a lot of people feel that way, but they let peer pressure or
Societal
what's
pressure
yes, and what's supposed to be traditional
and what's
or the
supposed to be
norm,
traditional
so
or
they can't
normal.
even be themselves enough, or admit to themselves, or admit to somebody else that look how odd and different they are. I want to go over here.
Yeah.
I just want to like, I may not want to live it. I just want to like, just learn about it, feel it, or whatever. I just want to see.
Or
Want to
hey,
be, you know.
that person's different from me.
I want to, yeah.
So
And
what?
opposites do attract, but why can't we be so curious to someone who's different? That doesn't mean that you have to live that life. It means acceptance and like accepting people and just being curious.
Yeah, because I think
Why does it have to separate us? And if we
we
were
just
all honest,
we tend to be super judgy.
yeah, but we will
We
sweep it under the rug and
yeah.
say, I am so much better and I do everything right. But is that really true?
That is
Are we
so
really built that
not
way for real?
that's not the case.
No, that's not the
But
case.
we hide so many things in our little
Yeah, and I
closet.
hate that.
When I
Why?
mean, and that's okay because I think
No, I wish you that. No,
no,
it
well,
shouldn't be okay.
a certain amount
You
of
have to be
privacy
tactful. You have to have
isn't
filters. We get that. We have to live as in Rome. You know, when Rome's,
when
all
in
that
Rome do as the
bullshit.
Romans do all that. But
But
okay, here's my thing. I don't have to necessarily like what you do. It doesn't have to be my thing.
no,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
not at all. That's not
And
what I'm saying.
can
But
I
can
just
you
say, hey,
appreciate it though,
I can appreciate it, I guess,
without it being getting
without
on
it
you?
being my thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's the point. That's my
Listen,
point.
if you like it,
I
I love
love
it
it.
for you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because and
But are you not curious about the oddest things sometimes?
absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. Why, instead of hating it, why can't you be curious about it, learn about it, maybe, even know someone, your neighbor is different, more accepting, and it's like, wow, them girls over there, like look like this. Isn't that exciting? I couldn't do it, girl. Why
Yeah,
can't we
I
be
mean,
like that and
as
still invite
opposed
them to the cookout?
as opposed to
Yeah,
being like,
yeah.
oh man, them people strange, they
Yeah,
weird, man.
yeah. We're gonna
Let's
burn a
hate on
cross.
them.
Let's hate them. Let's put them out. Let's do a
Yeah,
petition. Let's put a
let's
burn a
call
cross.
the
Whatever.
HOA.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Why
why?
is
Listen,
it that we
okay.
go for that friction that and
I know there's certain terms that you're gonna hear
yeah, yeah.
throughout the All About Clout
Hey, don't.
podcast.
It's okay, Chris. We get into it.
One of them is gonna be this: what you shit. I mean, what you eat don't make me shit.
Ah!
What you eat
Yeah.
don't make me shit. So the whole thing is, it's
Yeah.
like, man,
Yeah.
come on now. Whatever you do
Yeah.
that I might not agree with,
Yeah.
ain't got no effect on me.
Yeah.
It has no effect on me. So why
Yeah.
am I worried about
Yeah.
it?
I have this job, and I, have a manager, and I like them. I like all my managers. I like my peoples that I work with. That's not where I'm going with it, but I heard that one of them says you ask to go home, he'll keep you longer. I'm the opposite. And I don't understand that. I never understood people who did that. So that manager is there the other day, and he's behind me, and somebody wasn't feeling good, working a double. Hey, I want to be the first. If you're gonna cut anybody or don't need anybody tonight, I want to be the first. And that immediately has that
Mm,
manager going, "I'm gonna keep you longer, right?"
yeah.
And I looked and I said, "You wouldn't keep her longer, would you?" I already heard what he does. I haven't seen it, but I heard it. And he goes, "Yeah, it would." And I said, "I heard you was like that." But
Yeah.
it's this respect
Mm,
thing, and we're smiling. He's smiling. Yeah. And I said, "I heard you was like that." And he said, "I am." And I said, "If somebody don't want to be here on my shift, if they don't want to make that money,
then let them go. Why are you
look,
putting them
what?
on?
Look, if they say when you cut somebody first, let me be the first. You can go now. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on because these muds gonna work 10 times harder. They're gonna get that money,
Yeah.
and we're gonna not fail tonight. And that person's gonna go home. Why would you make somebody make money that
They
don't want to
don't.
make
They
money,
don't.
stay when they don't want to, and then may not even give the best service?
There you
What are
go.
you getting out of that? What kind of power is that? And I think oh, totally listen.
Okay.
I
So
said,
so
why you got to bring the hammer on them? What
yeah.
is that?
We'll see. Here we go. I'm glad you brought that up. And people might be like, "What? What that got to do with relationships?"
Oh,
No, no, no,
those are
no.
relationships,
That is a relationship.
and that's a big
That's
part of
that's
our
you know
lives,
because
right?
we
Because we
have
go to
yeah
work a lot.
we got work relationships. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And if
situations,
you think about that,
absolutely.
if you really think about that, I know that for the most of the
Yeah,
time we've been talking about our personal relationships,
sure, but that's a
but
different
but
type of
yeah,
relationship.
that work
Yeah,
relationship, man,
but that
that's
was
something else.
respect, though. That
It has
if
to.
we had that respect, he smiled and laughed, and I think he even absorbed what I was saying. And then I hear the next day, I went on and let him go. I let not just one, but two
Okay.
at 6 o'clock.
And so, does that
Felt
mean that?
good about
Yeah.
it too.
So now, is he having a little emotional growth?
Yes.
Wow! Look at that.
And see how different two people can see a situation though. And he just, and I didn't disrespect him because he feel that way. What I like, if anything, he got more of my respect because there was no disrespect at all. You feel how you feel. You manage how you manage. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. I just do it differently,
Yeah.
But I'm not the manager. So, but he didn't say, "Shut up, you're not the manager.
Mm,
You shouldn't be talking to me." He didn't ignore me. He see the sense of humor in it. All these, we were grown ups. We were
yeah.
equals when we were talking.
There you go. And so now,
He tried something different.
he tried something different. Now I know I've said this to you. I've said that to several people.
Yeah, yeah,
Here's one. Expectations.
yeah.
We all have them.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Where there are no expectations, there can be
Be
no
no letdowns.
disappointment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had to get that one in there.
That's absolutely true.
But here we go. Expectations are like the leading uh, cause
Yeah,
for
being predictable.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people kind of like, But maybe it's not the expectations. It's those expectations not being met
Ooh,
that
yeah,
causes
yeah, absolutely.
the friction,
Yeah,
that causes the resentment,
yeah.
that causes all of these
Or
things.
maybe, guess what? Maybe that just is it the opposite at home. They have no power, so therefore, at home, so they have to have that power at work. Is that part of it? Could it be?
I think it could definitely be that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Which is very interesting because a lot of people feel that way. Because
yeah,
if you think about it, when you have these powerful men who are also, a lot of them are married,
yeah,
kids, family, all that. Ain't nothing they can buy, right?
yeah,
Can't
yeah.
buy. But they go out and get a call girl. What is that? Pay them lots of money, and or get degraded.
Oh yeah,
These
yeah.
things.
Oh wow,
Like so isn't that part of it that you're so powerful sometimes in a certain situation, don't and you just want to just
let it go,
let it go, and don't
and
we
be
all have that a
what
little bit?
and I I think there's probably something to
There's an
that.
outlet there that we all have to find.
Okay, there we go. Oh, now, okay, here we go. I understand what you're saying because there was that dynamic on that show. What was that, Billions? When the guy, he was like a DA, but he also like bondage and getting tied up. And,
Oh yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
you definitely
Yes. And they
have
pay for it.
yeah, and made good money
Good
for it
money,
too.
great,
Yeah,
lots of
so
money. Yeah, yeah,
you have that dynamic a lot of
yeah.
times, and sometimes obviously especially with that particular scenario,
Yeah, yeah.
it presented itself in that kind of sexual realm or whatever because that's
But
something.
sometimes they don't even have sex. There's no
There's some,
penetration.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, I think a lot of people are just out here
It's just
trying to
not
do
that
the
black and
best they
white. I think
can.
that's always going to be where we come back to. That
Because,
nothing is just black and white.
there's always going to be
Why are
that
we
area
trying to
shade range.
put everything in black and white?
But because we just like putting labels,
There you go. Yeah.
names,
Ugh.
and definitions on everything.
Okay.
That is what
Okay.
we like to do.
Absolutely.
That is what that's what we're the best at.
Ooh,
And then
are we good at it?
and then when people don't um, live their life according to the name, the definition, that we've given to them, if they've gone outside the box that we've put them in, then that's when we have a problem.
That's
but
right.
Why is it our problem?
It's not. Why? Okay, my thing is, if we all just lived how we wanted to live, can you imagine how things would go? Just do how we want to do. I'm talking about still be good people, treat people right, but still just do just what you feel. Just be you all the way through and through.
Well, I think that would definitely
that's
the world that I would want to live.
Us?
That's the world that I would want to live in.
Me too.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
But here we go. Has that traditionally been the case? No, people.
Can we be there? Can we get there?
Nah, that's gonna be rough because the powers that be are always going to try to manipulate the situation.
To those types
They're always
things.
because listen, if we can't get you to behave the way we want you to behave, and we can't get you to act the way we want you to act, how are we gonna pull the wool over your eyes and distract you from what we're doing?
But why are we concentrating on those things? Let's not pull the wool over anybody's eyes. Let's have filters. Let's act accordingly. Let's act like human beings with morals and ethics and friendliness. But like we were talking about earlier, just going down the road can truly smiling at somebody, waving at somebody, couldn't that just change a whole
Actually,
person's day?
It could change a person's day for the better.
Yeah.
And doesn't it feel good to make other people feel good?
Yeah.
Come on, let's do that.
And that's part of our makeup too. But we concentrate so much on this negative and trying to put people in this box. And because they put people in these relationships, especially men and women, and they put the religion on top of it, and they're conservative, whatever that means. And then they'll say, shoot, I lost my train of thought, but I'm sorry.
Okay, let me jump in there
please.
While
help me out, Chris.
Because I know somebody, our production assistant is in the background.
And it's distracting us just a little bit. But
no,
she's so cute.
No,
she's so cute.
She's not distracting us.
Not in a bad way.
But
she's just so cute.
She also kind
and she's making us do this. She's taking pictures and stuff. I hate pictures. He loves them. The camera loves them.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think that we've had a great conversation
we have.
So far,
and we're gonna always revisit things. We're gonna come back to this.
This is not the last time that we're going to have a relationship episode.
I think sometimes a lot of our subjects going to bring us to some of these things, even come to conclusions of certain things. Aha moments.
Yeah, aha moments. We're looking forward to those aha moments. We're definitely looking forward to moments where we say, "Oh man,
I just
never
looked at it that way."
Yeah, because the thing about it is,
you did that to me today.
Yes,
I think you do that every day to me, Chris.
Somebody might say something, and you'd be like, "Man, I never thought of it like that. I never."
Didn't that just happen with me and you?
Yes,
oh my God!
And
I was like pure genius. Why didn't I think of it?
And having said that, we are rapidly approaching the one
It's
hour
time.
mark,
Okay.
and it's time to wrap it
Oh,
up.
it just went
I
by so
hate this.
fast.
I
I
hate
enjoy
this
our
part.
time, and I love it.
I hate this part because
Yeah, yeah.
we really get into it,
We
and
do.
we enjoy having these
Yeah, yeah.
conversations, and we enjoy having you listen.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Thank
this
you.
is
Thank you.
what I want
Stay
everyone
tuned. Keep
out there
coming
to
back.
do.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to hear more of this type of conversation, if you
And
want
it will
to,
get better.
and
Tell me, it will get better.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
only going to get better, folks.
I have to be more comfortable around the cameras and stuff and not
Yeah,
think about it.
I think
That's
it's
why
part
I
of that.
keep my eyes on him. He's so pretty anyway. But
Ah,
I
oh,
have
thank
to.
you.
He's a good distraction.
And I tell you what, a lot of times, Charity, you actually kind of help me just kind of be more open.
Yeah,
As far as
yeah.
sometimes even just the words that I use, and because you know, man,
Oh
we
yeah,
got me cussing all the time.
he'll use these big old words and try to dance around things, but still tell you his truth. Dude, let loose. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want to know. I want to know.
There we go. So, so
Cause,
having
you know, he's so smart.
so having said that, we are going to wrap up this episode of All About Klout. But this is what I need everyone out there to do. I need you to like, subscribe, like and subscribe,
Please do.
especially if you want to support this type. Yeah, it won't cost you a thing. Especially if you want to continue to hear these types of
and eventually
real
they will
conversations.
get involved, right? People
get involved. You know,
yeah.
Leave a comment,
Leave a
comment, or subscribe.
Yeah. All right. So we're
Thank you.
Klout is out, and what? Live, life, and laugh, right?
Yeah. Live, love, laugh.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
That was good. That was good.
I feel so good about it. What are you? What are you?
Y'all gotta do it all over again tomorrow, live.
But it's gonna be
right?
Not live.
You don't want to go live?
No, we're doing podcast. I'm not scared.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be polished a little bit more.
Okay. That's
And
what we're doing.
And I do not. If I'm gonna be on camera,
I want y'all to look at. Go back and look.
Yeah.
At yourselves. Like not right now.
Yeah.
So
No. This is the thing.
I want to do the promoting shit. Cause y'all, that was good as hell. Good, I'm ready. Like I ain't playing.
You what?
I'm ready. I'm dead ass serious.